50 Cent revealed that he tried to warn Durk about his crew.
Then, like, I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's real right? He's like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
While King Yellow revealed the name of the rat in Durk's crew. But I heard somebody named OTF Jim. They said they've been calling him a rat. But one reaction to Durk's charges has left the internet shocked. Quando Rondo. As the dust settles, Quando Rondo has finally broken his silence, offering a surprising perspective that fans never saw coming. The Georgia rapper, known for his ties to the streets, is now preaching a message of forgiveness and positivity, urging his peers to leave behind the violence that has claimed so many lives. After Durk's arrest, the rapper dropped the track Life Goes On, where he raps about his decision to leave behind the violence and focus on religion. In the song, he raps beefing with the same color on my skin, same color of the hammer, young around here, beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and I picked up a Quan, because life goes on. Quando Rondo also put out a public statement that took many by surprise, known for his involvement in the street life and his own share of controversies. Quando Rondo has definitely chosen a different path. In the wake of Lil Durk's arrest, taking to Instagram, he shared a message of forgiveness and healing, urging his peers to move past the violence and focus on building a better future. His words resonated with many, offering a glimmer of hope in an otherwise tumultuous situation. We didn't get into this music industry to make it just to stay caught up in street. Quando Rondo wrote, "We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me, praying for everyone." The post read Quando had decided to leave the gang life behind. When Durk shooters killed his cousin, he took to Instagram to break the news to the world that he was denouncing his affiliation to the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips. Game One post read, "It's time for me to spend time to myself and free myself from a lot of people. My main man's gone, and a lot more. I'm cool on a lot of if I feel like you not with me. It's no reason for me to be holding on to you. No need to shake your hand or fake some with you." Another post read, "I'm not jump out gang either. Ain't no loyalty in this. I'm my own man. I laid my flag down." Despite this, the Savannah rapper was arrested on June 16th alongside 18 other people and was listed in a multiple-page indictment that included 49 counts of drug charges, gang affiliation, and the illegal use of cell phone. According to the Chatham County District Attorney's indictment, the drug deals occurred between October 2022 and June 2023. The rapper was also being accused of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act for his role as a manager of the local set of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Quando Rondo's move to build bridges with his ops is a huge step, especially considering that Durkio had tried to blackball him from the industry. There's been chatter on social media that Lil Durk allegedly got NBA YoungBoy and Quando Rondo blackballed on Apple Music. What's no secret is that Quando Rondo had many of his shows canceled by cops and promoters. The rapper once revealed that everyone in the industry was terrified of being associated with him and didn't want to book him for shows.
"Nobody wanna book me 'cause they terrified. That's the truth."
We can only hope that Q's move will stop the death and dissing between the two groups. King Yell, fellow Chicago rapper King Y, was also on hand to react to Durk's arrest. Yell reps the GDs, meaning he is Durk's op since Dara was part of the B. Yes, according to Yella, Durk was sold out by one of his homeboys. The Chicago rapper even goes ahead to reveal that a dude named OTF Jam had been the rat in Lil Durk's camp.
But I heard somebody named OTF Jam, they said they've been calling him a rat. And basically he said, okay, I'm a rat. Well, watch this.
It turns out that this dude had been released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder. Apparently, he was an informant who had been cooperating with authorities for years. The craziest part about all this is that he wore a wire while around Lil Durk and other OTF gang members, which provided intel to the feds, a betrayal that no one saw coming. Not even Durkio Jam, a longtime member of OTF, was considered a brother by Lil Durk. During Jam's 12-year incarceration for attempted murder, Durk stood by him, providing financial support. and ensuring that Jam's needs were met. This included covering legal fees, purchasing a house and car, and gifting him more than $50,000 in cash.
Ray said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Fact?
Shit. More than that. Shit.
Everybody more than that. Shit. But shit, can you tell us how much he gave you, or you don't want to even know?
No, I ain't gotta give him all that, but bro made sure he made a way for me to be straight like.
It turns out Durk may have been involved in the death of his baby mama. According to reports, Lil Durk found out that Jam had been wearing a wire all along, determined to get his revenge. Durk knew that getting an FBI informant Merc could bring him unwanted attention from the feds, so he went after his child's mother, Octavia Redmond. When Octavia was killed, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, where she worked, also became involved, offering $250,000 prize for information, leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect responsible for the homicide, with the snitching allegations dominating the headlines. It turns out that other rappers had tried to warn Lil Durk about trusting his associates. 50 Cent is no stranger to life in the streets, having almost been killed in the early 2000s in a street beef. The rapper recently revealed that he gave Lil Durk some advice on street life, and it seems Durkio didn't listen. Fifth and Lil Durk linked up back in 2022 to make the track Power Powder Respect. During their time working together, 50 Cent took on a mentor-like role, offering Lil Durk invaluable advice. In a kin moment, 50 Cent warned Lil Durk to be vigilant about his crew. In an interview on The Breakfast Club, the rapper was asked whether he ever tried to talk to younger artists about not getting caught up with life in the streets.
Now, when you look at some of these younger artists and you see how they idolize you and idolize your music, and then you see them get caught up.
Yeah.
Do you have conversations with them? Like I remember Casanova, and you was trying to talk to Casanova, Troy Ave, and now Lil Durk. Do you have conversations with them and be like, I've seen this play before?
With Durk, I was telling him, like when I had him, he was in New York. Like I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's a real, right? Like yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
It turns out even bad. Then someone in Durk's crew was on some funny business because the Chicago rapper told Fifth that someone had leaked his address and he almost got robbed in a home invasion.
When you said that to Durk, what was his response to you?
He said, you know what? He said, somebody just came in my house. How do they know exactly what the address is? I don't give my address to nobody like this. It's not, something happened.
The robbery in Georgia?
Yeah.
When India had to shoot?
He went straight to talking about it.
Back in 2021, Lil Durk and his girl were the victims of a home invasion that erupted in a shootout. According to the blogs, several unidentified individuals entered the rapper's home in the Brazen neighborhood near Atlanta a little after 5 o'clock. On July 11th, an exchanged gunfire with Durk and his girlfriend India Cox. Luckily, Durk and India were not injured as they shot back at the suspects who fled the scene. Was someone in Durk's camp ratting him out back in 2021? Or was it just a coincidence? THF Bezo is a close Lil Durk associate, and when news broke out about Lil Durk, he was on hand to defend him. Bezo took to Instagram to rubbish Durk's charges. According to him, there's no way Durk would pay his closest friends to slide for him. Social media, fake fans, bloggers, etc. know how to give unproven titles to people. Murder for hire is outrageous, painting a picture for the officials to run with to trick you out your position. For the record, why would he have to pay his day to hunt for the loss of another day? Make it make sense. He posted Lil Durk and Bezu have some dark history together, because back in 2019 they were involved in a shooting that almost killed men. That day in February 2019 at around 5:45 am. Shots were fired in the parking lot of the Varsity, a popular restaurant located in Midtown Atlanta. 23-year-old Alexander Weatherspoon had been shot. Witnesses told the authorities that an SUV with 300 plastered on the side was seen speeding away from the scene. After the shots were fired 3 months later, on May 4, 2019, B would be the first suspect arrested in connection with the shooting. Bezu was also arrested 9 days later. Finally, the Atlanta police issued an arrest warrant on May 29, 2019 for Lil Durk. The Chicago rapper was hit with 5 felony charges. These included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, unlawful association with criminal street gang to conduct or participate in crime, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, and Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Despite the fact that he was on tour when the warrant was issued, Durk canceled everything and went straight to Atlanta. He immediately dropped Turn Myself, and the next day, the rapper revealed in an interview that he was about to surrender. To the authorities, the same day, according to him, he had nothing to hide nor nothing to run from.
You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
The rapper then proceeded to surrender himself to authorities at the Fulton County Jail. The same day, years later, the case would take a different turn. In late October 2022, all charges against Durk were dropped due to insufficient evidence. Boskoe was also released with charges dropped, luckily. The Chicago rapper isn't implicated in Durk's latest crime. Charleston White, Lil Durk's biggest hater, also had something to say about his arrest. But he didn't hold back first. He called out the double standard in the rap community when White was arrested a few days earlier for animal cruelty and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The internet went wild as trolls and haters had a field day with him. But now with Durk behind bars, the community wasn't keeping the same energy.
Ain't nobody laughing at Durk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail. So ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. But that boy got a federal no bond. I bet that nigga been closed up. He got a burp to pass gas. He can't even fart out his ass. I know the feeling.
In a recent interview, White made headlines by labeling the rapper detainment as a victory for Black Americans, a statement that has sparked intense debate and drawn both praise and criticism from various quarters. According to him, this was a victory for Black people who loved rap but didn't like all the killing that came with drill music.
Yeah, this is a real victory. This is a real victory. So this is a victory for law-abiding Black Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it. Now that demonic force, because it is a demonic force, it was a dark force, it was a dark energy that came down from Chicago and spread throughout America.
White's perspective is rooted in his belief that the arrest of high-profile figures like Lil Durk can serve as a wake-up call for the Black community. He argues that the glorification of crime and violence and hip-hop culture has detrimental effects, particularly on young, impressionable listeners. According to White, the arrest of a prominent artist like Lil Durk meant the end of drill music.
I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout, because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset.
Durk and Lil Baby, they unfollowed Gunna.
Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he beat his charge.
And when White was told that Durk was looking for him to speak on his name, the community activist kept the same energy. Little Durk looking for me. I ain't hard to find. White even took to social media to taunt Lil Durk by posting photos posing next to King Von's Killer LOL Tim, and playing Durk's All My Life collab with J. Cole. He also added a caption dissing Val and praising Lil Tim for killing the Chicago rapper. When a commenter tagged Lil Durk, Charleston White replied that dope fiend in rehab, referencing Duro's recent rehab admission. White is sure to continue hating on Durk, even if he beats the charges. DJ Vlad, another hip-hop commentator who has made headlines for speaking on Durk's case, is Vlad. His comments have blown the case wide open after revealing some shocking information. According to him, OTF Jam isn't the only rat in Durk's case. He took to social media to say that after reading Durk's indictment, his conclusion is that there are 3 snitches in the case. I carefully went through Lil Durk's paperwork, and there are 3 co-conspirators whose names are hidden. One of them was one of the 3 shooters. One booked flights for the shooters, and another one told OTF about Quando location Nila. These 3 co-conspirators are probably cooperating with the feds against Durk and the other defendants. What's even more crazy is that OTF Jam isn't even mentioned in the indictment. His name coming up has been pure street gossip. However, this isn't the only thing Vlad revealed about Durk amid the case. According to Vlad, Durk had proved him wrong. Vlad had once advised rappers to get out of their hoods and live in different cities to escape violence. According to him, no one would cross state lines to try to kill them. In multiple interviews, I've said that nobody would get on a plane to kill you. I said this because there would be so much evidence that they're guaranteeing prison. Well, today, I was proven wrong. Lil Durk was actually stupid enough to send 5 guys on a plane to kill Quando Rondo. They ended up killing the wrong person, and now all 6 of them are facing life in prison, or even the death penalty. He posted. Fans in the comment section came at him claiming that Durk didn't book any flights for the hitman. However, Vlad already had all the receipts. According to federal court records, Lil Durk's associates allegedly learned that Quando Rondo was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles, and on August 18, 2022, DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston arrived in Los Angeles. They had traveled from Chicago to San Diego and then driven to Los Angeles, allegedly using funds provided by Durk himself. Upon their arrival, the OTF members met with Con Grant, a top associate who had flown to Los Angeles on a private jet. Grant played a crucial role in facilitating the operation, securing hotel accommodations for the group, purchasing ski masks, and obtaining 2 luxury sedans to be used in the ambush. According to court records, Grant also provided Jones, Lindsay, and an unidentified man with firearms. As the day unfolded, the group allegedly began tracking Quando Rondo and his associate Robinson as they traveled around Los Angeles in a Cadillac. Escalade. Their journey took them to various locations, including a marijuana dispensary and a clothing store in West Hollywood. The climax of the day's events occurred at a gas station across from the Beverly Center. Here, Asa Houston allegedly parked his car strategically behind the station, setting the stage for the bush as Quando Rondo stopped at the gas station. Jones, Lindsay, and an unidentified third man reportedly exited their vehicle armed and ready to execute their plan. In a dramatic turn of events, the suspects opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets in an attempt to kill Quando. Tragically, Qu's cousin, who was standing outside the Escalade, was struck and killed in the gunfire. While Rondo miraculously escaped unharmed, the suspects regrouped at an In-N-Out hamburger stand where they allegedly discussed payment with Con Grant. The group then made their way back to Chicago, flying from San Diego. But Vlad isn't the only hip-hop commentator who had something to say about Durk's charges. DJ Academics, the hip-hop commentator, was among the first to get the scoop on Durk's arrest while on a stream, and he was devastated. "Oh my god, bro." Although was a big fan of Lil Durk, the Chicago rapper couldn't help but snitch on himself while on his show back in 2023. Lil Durk DK sat down with DJ Academics, and he revealed some pretty dark stuff since King Von died. Internet trolls kept telling Durk to get revenge for Von with the popular phrase "slide for vow." At the time, Durk openly said that he wouldn't slide for vow because of the consequences in his track Hearing Sirens. Durk raps, "My brother shot dead to violence. I truly think the feds around us. Y'all tell me slide, then turn around, then have the nerve to clown us. You ain't worried about lawyers. You'd rather talk about Tory and Meg Thee Stallion like them blogs, not your dog you turn to cowards." However, the slide for Von comments must have got to him. In his DJ Academics interview, he was asked what he thought about the slide for Von comments.